We now welcome Anthony Kellner to the desk for sports. Anthony, the North Bay Trappers were playing over the weekend. I heard there were some surprising plays and some questionable calls.
Questionable calls, to say the least, Colby. I mean, the high-sticking call between, the NHL and everything has always been like a controversy, but we're not sure what happened there. But the North Bay Trappers got mauled this weekend against Elliott Lake by the Bobcats. So let's check out the highlights, and we'll pick it up in the second period here. So the puck gets moved over the Bobcat blue line, and Trappers forward Jank drops to Samuel Blanchett, who beats Thomas Graham short side to make it 1-0 Trappers. It's a big celebration there. I'll move on to late in the second. It's a bad clearing pass by Braden Turl. Intercepted by Corey Giffel, which was shot. His shot was tipped and passed Dustin Hummel with 11 seconds left, making it 1-1 after 40. So we're heading into the third period now. North Bay turnover costly, creating a Bobcat 3-on-1 as former Trapper Kyle Rowe beats Hummel upstairs to make it 2-0 for Elliott Lake. Don't worry though, because the Trappers get equalizer soon after on the power play as Cole Klippenstein blasts one through traffic, make it 2-2. Then on a broken play, puck will flip up in front of Dustin Hummel, and Dustin Cadero bats it in kind of questionably past Hummel, and that would be the difference as the Elliott Lake Bobcats upset the nationally ranked Trappers 3-2. This game hands Elliott Lake their second win of the season and gives the nationally ranked Trappers their first loss. On Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees were turned down in the clutch by Baltimore. In his first Major League postseason start, Wei-Yin Chan outpitched playoff veteran and Pettit, allowing just one earned run in 6 1/3 innings, as the O's knotted the ALDS in Game 2. Chris Davis and Mark Reynolds delivered key hits for Baltimore, while New York struggled in the clutch. Now in Game 2, that saw starting pitchers Jamie Garcia and Jordan Zipperman both struggle. The Cardinals used a 4-run second inning to jump in front, and 4 homers, 2 by Carlos Beltran, to put the game away and even the NLDS with the Nationals. Lofting a Grant Balfour pitch for a bases-loaded sac fly with 1 out in the 9th, and the game knotted. Don Kelly gave the Tigers a walk-off win to go up 2-0 in the ALDS, with the series heading to Oakland. Next, Bronson Arroyo retired 21 of the 23 Giants he faced while turning in 7 innings of combined 2-hitter, and the Reds enjoying their highest-scoring postseason game since '95, plating 9 runs on 13 hits to head home, 1 win from an NLDS sweep. Now turning to football now in the CFL. Joey Elliott threw 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers while Winnipeg's defense held the powerful Montreal offense in check as the Bombers upset the Alouettes 27-22 at Percival Molson Stadium in Montreal. Corey Sheets' 48-yard touchdown gave the Saskatchewan Roughriders their biggest lead of the game in the third quarter, and they did not look back after that, defeating the Argos 36-10 in Toronto. And finally, to finish it off in Major League Soccer, we have Toronto FC losing 1-0 against DC United, Chivas USA tying 1-1 to FC Dallas, and Seattle finishing 3-0 against Portland. Now, time now for our sports trivia question of the day. Today we want to know what 4 NHL teams made their debut this day in 1979. Interesting to note, Colby, that all 4 teams lost their opening game.
That's a tough one. I'm going to have to say that the 4 NHL teams were the Toronto Bulls, the Atlanta Redskins, the Montreal Yankees, and the Orlando Red Wings.
Well, Colby, you actually couldn't be more wrong. In fact, the actual answer is the Hartford Whalers, the Edmonton Oilers, Quebec Nordiques, and finally the newly acquired Winnipeg Jets.
Wow, what an eventful weekend in the world of sports. Coming up after the break, we will talk to an avid traveler, Mikhail Mitri.
I'm here today with 25-year-old Mikkel Mitri, who is an avid traveler from Switzerland. How are you doing today, Mikkel?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. So let's start off with asking you, what piqued your interest to travel?
Well, I went to Australia 6 years ago to study English, to learn English, and I met a girl there in the school, and we traveled for 2 months around the coast, and it was the best moment in my life. So yeah.
Right on. So what has been your favorite and least favorite place to travel?
I don't have any preferences because every place has something to bring to me. I learn through places, beautiful places, and yeah.
Right on. Okay, so can you give me an idea of where you have traveled in the past?
So Australia, I've been there 6 months. I've traveled Europe, like Portugal, Spain, France, Switzerland, of course, this year. I wanted to go to see more about my own country. And now I'm here in North America. I started in Ann Arbor, and I biked from Ann Arbor to here, North Bay.
And Ann Arbor is in Michigan, right?
Yes.
That's
so
a long.
I biked around 1,000 kilometers till here.
Wow. So what resources do you use to travel, from places to stay to how you discover different places?
So for example, accommodation, I use a website called Couchsurfing or another called Warm Showers. And it's basically, you get hosted by people in the countries. First, you get to know the people very well, the culture and everything. And second, it's very cheap because it's free. And I never paid for accommodation for 3 weeks now that I'm traveling.
Wow, that's the way to go, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you do during your months you spend back at home? Because you spend 9 months traveling out of the year, and then you spend 3 months back home in Switzerland. So what do you do for those 3 months?
I basically work and earn the money I need to travel during these 9 months. And yeah, that's how I work. Works good.
So tell me what you think are the most important things to carry in your backpack while you're traveling.
Underwear, no, clothing, and I got a first aid kit. I got my Swiss knife. For my bike, I've got tools. Yeah, I carry the minimum, so everything that I don't use in 1 week or 2 weeks, I just get rid of it.
Right. So since you biked from Michigan to Sudbury, it took you 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And did you find that dangerous at all?
It was. I mean, some places were actually really fine because I was on the road and no traffic or very less. And I've been to places there were highways and that was really dangerous. So I'm thinking, I was thinking when I arrived in North Bay to get rid of my bike. So I put it on internet and sold it and continue by foot, hitchhiking or whatever happens.
So tell me what you think the best thing is about Canada, and are the people here really more polite than other countries?
What I really liked in Canada when I arrived is a maple syrup. I really enjoyed it. But no, to be honest, it's just seeing these wide open spaces, these forests full of colors, with lakes and everything. It's just amazing. I'm used to that. And of course, the people are very full of hospitality, and it's great people.
Right on. So where's your next stop?
Gravenhurst. Yeah, and I'm heading towards Toronto.
All right.
To finish in Ann Arbor. So I'm basically turning around Lake Huron.
Okay, so Michael also has a blog that you can check out on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/Adventures of a Geographer if you want to hear more about Michael's travels. And also check out our previous stories and newscasts on theclaw.ca. Canadore Newsnet is produced by the journalism and TV students at Canadore. That's all for our show today. I am Mo Dubray. Thanks for watching.